Yeah, it's like every time you move a leaf, everywhere, they are just all over. Look at them. I'm just gonna have to be careful when I cut so that I don't
cut them.
Yeah, but they are just, I mean, everywhere. Goodness. You guys are doing good work. You're doing good work. Yeah, look.
They're just all over the place.
Yeah. You too. You guys enjoy your day.
It's ridiculous.
I found a baby Virginia creeper, and if we end up moving, I want to take some with me because I freaking love this plant, even though it's not trained. This is on the neighbor's side, and they ended up fencing in front of it, and so it's its own wild little wilderness between the two fences. I moved my rhubarb, and it is mad, but it is getting riddled with bugs out there in the front. It's too damp, and so I put it back here in the hopes that maybe I can get it to establish, even though it's kind of late, but it's just never been growing right since I moved it out there. And it's been out there 3 years now, and they have not changed in size. And the last 2 times I have mulched it, or at least one time. I guess the previous year I hadn't mulched it, but it had kind of mulched itself. And because I had trenched where it was at, leaves and other things collected in there. And it just has not grown well. So hopefully this is not a loss. It has perked up some. We'll see what happens. My from seed ground cherry is starting to get pretty big. The peppers are still mad. It's still getting so cold in the evenings. So they are putting flowers out, and they are growing, but definitely not like the peppers I had last year. It's just been rough. Look at this baby cabbage. Oh, isn't it the most beautiful thing ever? Those 2 are my store-bought ones, and they are just beautiful. I love them. My little kajari, she's got another leaf, but hasn't done much else. I'll put some fish fertilizers on them. Here's some of my little transplants, herbs and stuff that I put out here in the hopes of getting the caterpillar worms and stuff to attach to this, and not to, there's another one right there, not to the cabbages back here. I will definitely do more of them next year with battling the bad soil and the stupid aphids and the fungus gnats. They just didn't do as well as I had hoped. So these are the cabbages I did from seed, though, by accident. So, I mean, the others are coming along still. And these guys up here are kind of rough. I don't know if it's too much sun or not enough water. It doesn't get watered nearly as much back there. But my petunias that I did from seed, 1 there, 2 there. There's a white one. Over there was a light purple and some dark ones. My volunteer tomato, she's got flowers setting. Morning Glory's taking over. Look at how tall these sunflowers are already. They're up to my knee. This little guy is starting to finally get lots of flowers on it. This one's the snake gourd. Oh man, it feels so good. This is what I've called a straw flower. The package actually said helichrysum. My mom bought me helichrysum last year, and it never flowered, and it did not look like this. So I'm curious to see what it looks like. One in the front had open leaves on it, but it sounds like straw. And so I don't know if they've changed the name or if I just misunderstood what they were called, but I'm super excited. Oh, look at these guys. They're just so stinking pretty. My daughter was noticing that we don't have near the bees this year, And I started thinking about it. My Russian sage up front is usually covered in bees. And I was like, wow, she's right. And yeah, see, the wind blew down the chicken shed or shade area. Definitely don't have the pollinator, so I don't know if I'm going to have to come out here and hand pollinate some of these guys. Oh, but they're so pretty. Look at them. They are really taking off. Oh, there's one. Oh, this one's the birdhouse gourd. Oh, these petunias. They smell so good. And there's another one. I wonder if the straw flowers are all one color. One in the front looks like it's lighter, but look at all these guys out back, and maybe it's just further along. Alright, my potatoes. I need to get some straw back here. I just bought the bale yesterday, so I should be able to get them mounted up. Oh, it was a windy night. Excuse me, guys. Okay. The one nasturtium over in the corner was completely eaten down. These guys are starting to get flowers already. The baby sage for back here, it's doing good. That's my ground cherry I bought, store-bought. The borage. Oh, it's getting huge. And it sucks. I planted all of these bee-friendly plants this year, and I hardly see any bees. I don't know if you guys can see the asparagus. I mounded them up, so they're doing good. They've spread quite a bit this year. I love this patch of clover. I don't know about this corn. It's definitely not getting much taller, and it might be because I have two so close together. I didn't kill them. I wanted to see what happened this year. I threw 2 seeds in each starting cell, and they both germinated, and I just threw them out here. But I am looking at it, and I already see the tassels starting. This is a variety that does not get as tall, and so I don't know. I have to see. This is only my second year growing it. Last year I got it in the ground way too late. So on that side over there, I'm going to go ahead and just direct sow some and see if there's a difference from that side to this side, since it only takes about 45-50 days. And now that we're in the warmer part of later spring, early summer for Colorado, I want to see if there's any difference. Like I said, it is still pretty cold in the evenings. And so that may have a huge effect on why it stayed so small and, you know, hasn't changed much. The sunflowers are just massive. These guys are all, that one's almost as tall as the house. These guys are all volunteers from last year. I'm picking weeds with my toes. I was gifted this amazing ability to use my toes like pinchers, so it's kind of nice when you don't want to bend over. Oh, there's quite a few back here. Holy cow. Our pansies are still doing good. The vinca is definitely spreading. I think that little guy down there is a goner. I've got a sage down there that looks like it's coming out. That one looks like it's a goner. It looks like it got definitely riddled with frost, and it looks rough. And it sucks because it's all my ones that take over 100 days to reach maturity. Oh wow. My bachelor buttons. These guys I grew from seeds. There's a little tiny one right there. More are starting to come out. There's a pretty one right there. Look how pretty they are. In the same packet. Okra is doing okay. pansies are definitely spreading. They're doing great. Definitely got to come out here and weed, and I want to throw a little bit more straw back here because this area likes to get filled with these stupid weeds. The Armenians look like they're starting to climb a little bit. These 3 are doing good. So I'm going to go ahead and replant some acorn squash. And I'm going to hope and pray that these ones are the spaghetti and butternut, because that was the ones that I started inside, and it's been so stinking cold. I mean, here we are at the end of June, and it's still only in the 50s in the night. And it's just cold for these heat-loving babies. Oh, it's just such a pretty view. I love looking at this. Garlic looks like it's almost ready. It's getting close to being done. I don't know if I should go ahead and just throw in a couple of seeds to kind of take over that area for a while. Let me do that. I still have my cucumbers I want to get planted today, and the rest of that corn. Eggplants are doing good. I'm getting flowers. The carrots are filling out. Celery. Made an interesting observation yesterday. I came out here and took one of these pods from the broccoli and ate it, and it tastes just like broccoli. And then I went out front and took one from the bok choy, and it tasted totally different. It was so cool. There's my couple of spinach that I let go to seed. I'm going to go ahead and pull the ones at that end so that I can get my cucumbers on that one. They've got a lot of tomatoes on the other side. They have these tomatoes I just found too, that I'd never seen them before, and they already had babies on them, so I had to get them. Aren't they pretty? They're called chocolate sprinkles. So I gotta get those. Gotta get that one staked up because she's getting so big now. She needs to be held back. But otherwise, doing so good. And they haven't had to fertilize too much back here because this is where the chicken coop was last year. And she's doing pretty good. These are the Brussels sprouts. And they are not sending flower stalks up. And so I let them stay just to see what would happen. These were a couple of the broccolis that I had left. Oh, there's a baby broccoli head. Oh my goodness, that is fantastic. I pulled most of them because they were sending flower stalks, but because the temperature dropped back down again, I have a baby broccoli head. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so cool. The kale, which is not supposed to be doing so hot now, is doing amazing. Look at this. I mean, it is so dense and so lush. I'm going to do some breakfast today. My kale did great all year last year too, so maybe that is just something that we can do in Colorado because the temperatures in the evenings drop quite a bit. But that's pretty exciting. These are all the baby tomatoes that are just starting to get tall enough that you can actually see them. I'm going to go ahead and pull these two and give them to the girls. Radishes look pretty. Just waiting for this. Look at the seed pods on this compared to the broccoli and even the bok choy. Isn't that weird? I don't know if that's normal. I've never seen radish go to seed before. It's only my, third year growing them. So weird. I don't know if that's normal. I have to do some research. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that little guy down there too. Got a tomato in here. That looks like a volunteer. It's crazy what the birds move around without your knowledge because they're eating stuff and pooping seeds out. The Puerto Rican squashes are starting to, oh my word, there's our tiny Tim. Look at the size of this tomato. Oh my word. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, this is the tiny Tim my mom grew. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh, the spinach smells amazing. I've never seen spinach up close as it goes to seed. This is what it looks like. It is so neat. It's beautiful. Every time I walk by my zinnias, I think of Zach and the stivers. So we had Tiny Tim, Teensy Tim, Tom Thumb, and Tom Thumb went to go live with Cheryl. And I think I'm going to take this one inside because this guy made it. And I want him to have room, and I wanted to keep a tomato inside. So look at the borage. Oh, there's those dark ones I was talking about back there. So yeah, I got here. I'm going to pull the peas, eat the snap peas, pull the shelling peas because I don't know if those guys are going to live. See what happens to them in the next week. And then make decisions of cucumbers back here since we're just getting started on our hot time. Gosh, this is just crazy. They look like little balloons. Oh, it's just beautiful. I let a couple of the icicle ones go. Okay, so this is one of the red ones. That was a red one. Was this the icicle or was it just reds? I guess it was just the reds that I kept. That I had kept the icicle ones. Again, those were the favorite, so we probably ate those ones. Yep. It's looking good out here. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. It's just, I love hearing the birds. I love it so quiet. No barking dogs. No music playing. Oh, it's just beautiful. Thanks for joining me, guys. It was a quick tour. Not much has really changed in the week, I guess. Week and a half since I've done the last one, other than the new phones. And I got to get out here and I get to witness squirrel fights this morning. Oh, I wish this had the ability where I could switch the camera while I was already talking, but it does not. I guess if I do this, can you see little boogers? They're on the fence back there. Stupid tree rats. Oh, they're so bad. They're looking to see if Naya's come out to feed the chickens and ducks yet. Oh, rotten babies. The straw definitely has helped with weeding, so I'm happy about that. So, you know, other than doing a little bit of weeding, putting new straw down, and planting the cucumbers that I want to get out here, and maybe a few more squash, I'm pretty much done. I didn't get my rest of my onions and leeks planted, so I don't know if they're alive. I gotta go look at them. And I think I lost my mint that I had started from babies because I just couldn't get back out here with starting the house painting, which we still have not finished, obviously. We keep getting the threat of rain, but no freaking rain. So it's borage. Oh, she's getting ready to go nuts. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, guys. I will give you a tour of the front yard in the next day or so, and I'm happy you came with me. Grow as you go, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Is that pretty yummy? You want another one? Here, this one looks ready. Hold on, let me open it. You're so excited, aren't you? Look at all those yummy peas. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Do you want them? Silly dog. All right, so I came back out to mulch the potatoes, which if you saw them this morning, they were very tall. Hopefully this is not too late. I may have to come back after we get some water and rain on them and add some more, but I got it in. I clipped some more of the dead leaves off of the rhubarb, and I do see some new leaves coming out, so I might have saved them in time. I trimmed all of the tomatoes. I harvested most of the peas, and we pulled up Teensy Tim, put him in a pot, because I want to be able to take him in the fall. And I pulled some of the beets, actually some of the spinach that I had left to seed. I went ahead and pulled it, and then I pulled a few more of the Brussels sprouts so that I can start moving some more. I have a 8-ball zucchini I want to plant. I have some acorn squash and some more cucumbers. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm hot now. I'm gonna go ahead and have an ice cream, and I'm gonna juice my baby beets and greens I pulled and clean these peas up. Oh, and I did plant the 2 chocolate sparkles tomatoes. So it's a good day. I am done for the day. This is late spring in Colorado, right here. This is tornado warnings and hail. Oh, it just makes me sick to my stomach. We've covered as best we can there. And those guys there. And husband and daughter are in the back, trying to take care of back there. Oh, it just looks yuck. You can see the little tiny little tendrils coming down where it's trying to form a funnel. Lord, protect everybody's homes, lives, and gardens. It's just yuck all the way around. Oh, and 2 of my kids are spending the night at a friend's house. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is how we best protect against hail. It's not going to do much for wind. If we get strong tornado winds, it's going to rip it up. But we've covered everything as best we can. And of course the law states that if you cover everything and you're out here busting your butt to try and do that, then the storm's going to just blow over. So we'll see what happens. definitely a yucky storm. All up north is posting anywhere from pea-sized hail for 3 minutes to golf ball size hail. So, I don't know. Are you being a bad chicken? Go inside. Alright, I think we've done all we can do. Ducks are up, chickens are up, bunnies are up. Come on, let's go inside. Pups are up. It is definitely so dark. So dark. Oh, I can smell the rain too. Oh, guys up north, I hope you're okay. This is why you have to have freaking greenhouses in Colorado. Because it is either snow in June, hail, or drought.